My dad said I ruined his life. When I was 9, my dad looked me in the eye and said, "You were a mistake, just a dumb teenager messing up." Said I messed up his life, that he should have made better choices. Not in a heated moment, just flat, like it was a fact. And that pretty much shaped how I saw myself growing up. His mood swings, his worn out look, his bitterness. I figured that was all because of me. So when I found out I was pregnant at 16, it felt like a cruel repeat, like life was throwing the same script back at me, just flipped. When that test turned positive, I locked myself in the bathroom and cried until I could barely breathe, telling my dad wasn't even an option. I knew he'd snap, or worse, confirm all the awful things I believed about myself. So I went to the one person I trusted more than anyone, my grandma, my mom's mom. She and my dad couldn't stand each other. My mom had left when I was a baby, right around the time my dad reappeared, and grandma never forgave him for it. But she never judged me. When I told her, she hugged me and said, "Okay, we'll figure it out." We made a plan, a pretty wild one: hide the pregnancy until I turned 17 and could legally move out. Her place was too small, and my dad would never let me live with her, so we came up with something totally outside the box. We fixed up the basement at my dad's place. It wasn't creepy or anything. It was clean, dry, had a little space heater. Liam, my boyfriend and the baby's dad, helped bring in baby stuff through the side entrance. Diapers, wipes, bottles, all of it. It was chaotic, but somehow worked. Nobody knew. Our son Noah was born in grandma's house with help from a retired nurse her church friend knew. No hospital, no paperwork yet, just us, doing what we could. At night, I'd sneak down to the basement to take care of him while my dad thought I was just watching TV or doing homework. Liam helped whenever he could. Every day we got closer to that magic number, 17. Then, the furnace broke, middle of January, freezing cold. My dad went hunting for a space heater and opened the basement. I heard him stop. Silence. Then he came upstairs holding something small, a tiny sock. My stomach dropped. He looked at me and said, "Whose baby is in my house?" I told him everything. He blew up, shouting, pacing, demanding answers. I didn't wait to see how bad it would get. I grabbed Noah, called grandma, and left. She was already outside, engine running. I thought that was the worst of it. I was wrong. Liam's mom found out next and she flipped. She offered to pay for him to go to school out of state, on the condition he left me and the baby behind. Said I was messing up his future. But Liam said no. Told her he wasn't walking away. Shockingly, my dad actually respected that. Said Liam was doing better than he ever had. And for a while, things settled a bit. Then grandma had a mild heart attack. Not serious, but enough that she couldn't help much anymore. So I had to move back in with my dad, with Noah. My dad surprised me. He set up a crib in my room. Didn't say much, but he was clearly trying. For a moment, it felt like we were learning how to be something like a family. And then CPS knocked. Someone reported that our home wasn't safe for a baby. Grandma blamed my dad. My dad blamed grandma. While they argued, the CPS worker calmly dropped a shocker. The report came from Liam's mom. She had been watching us. Seriously. She had photos. Time-stamped, taken from outside through our basement windows. Months worth of pictures. The case opened fast. CPS gave us a checklist of things to fix, then left. I sat on the floor holding Noah, just crying. My dad punched the table. We were barely holding together. And then Liam's mom came back. Right as CPS returned for a surprise follow-up, she started ranting. How I had trapped Liam, how he was stuck now. The social worker stayed calm and asked to see the basement. It was empty by then. But Liam's mom pulled out her stack of printed photos. Every angle, every date. Said she was concerned. But we all knew she'd been stalking us. The CPS worker didn't say much, but didn't ignore it either. Liam showed up in the middle of it all, ready to stand up for us. Then my grandma's doctor called. Said her heart couldn't take any more stress. That pushed the CPS worker to pause the case. She said they'd circle back in a few weeks. But before leaving, she pulled me aside. Quiet voice, calm tone. "Document everything," she said. "And get legal help. Click the full story to see what happened next."